going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky, I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. Let's watch some court. I've got two clips tonight. One with Judge O'Donnell, a.k.a. Judge Yelly. We are in, is it Judge Yelly or Judge Spicy? I always get Judge O'Donnell and Judge Hirochi. I get their nicknames backwards. One of them's Yelly, one of them's Spicy. I don't know which one it is. I think actually O'Donnell's Spicy. I think this is Judge Spicy. Anyways, doesn't matter. We have a guy who's, well, he has one of the best stories ever for why he wasn't selling drugs. Just wait till you hear it. I don't want to spoil it, but it's hilarious. And then I've got kind of a soft sit. Yeah, everyone else has said this is a soft sit. It's borderline to me, but it's close. It's a landlord-tenant case, so it's one of those like, yeah, okay. You make use some of the script, but not all of it. So it's kind of close. So that's what we have tonight. Two cases. It's going to be a fun night. You guys ready? I'm ready. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Before let's go. Lisette, thank you so much for the 23 months. I appreciate it. That is awesome. 23 months. You're almost at 2 years. You are in like the top, I don't know, 5, maybe 5, 6, or 7 for longest member. So Lisette, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Anyways, let's go. Delete your Discord. Oh, turn my Discord off. Yeah. Is it bad? Is my internet already bad? I just shut down Discord. Okay. Let's go.
Well, Judge, just we would ask the court in this case to consider a community control sanction. Your Honor, he's a 22-year-old young man, graduated from West Geauga High School. He has continuously worked thereafter. He worked for a year at True North Shell. He's a manager there. He's been almost 2 years at Craft Made in Middlefield, which is a cabinet making group. He's on the assembly line there. He lives with his grandparents who are here today. I do think he had a lot of things going on at the time. He cooperated with the police, but I think even how you sort of looked at his appearance then versus now, he was abusing drugs. He was doing things he shouldn't have been doing. I think he knew that. The family knew that. They did everything they could to get him hooked up with a treatment provider and then with a mental health treatment provider as well, where he now also receives a couple of medications. He has one child. His Facebook page is just littered with pictures of him and the kid, and he's trying to be better, do better. I think he has a strong support group here. Pleasant, cooperative, just was at a bad place, and I think he recognized that, and I think he really has a sincere desire to, going forward, do right by himself, right for his child, right for his grandparents who helped him so much in life. His father's here today as well. We just want a chance to sort of prove to you that he could really turn this thing around and do things the right way. No prior criminal history, other than I think an expunged minor misdemeanor marijuana from juvenile court in Geauga. But he's just got to stay sober, stay working, and just start doing things the right way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mack, what do you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
I am dearly sorry for the actions I have committed. I've done the best I can to turn everything around from where I was. And
How did you get to where you were?
Through multiple different forms of help, one of which being a...
No, that is not me. I am not typing. Unfortunately, this court the volume is set really low. So I have to jack the volume up on my side. And by doing that, we hear the court reporter. So I've amplified this sound, I don't know, about 600% to this level, but everything else comes through, which is why you hear that kind of annoying hum in the background. You hear the court reporter typing. Yeah. So that's what happens with this court, because you got to do it. You got to amplify the volume. Mimi, good to see you. How are the girls? What are you getting? What are they getting for Christmas? All right. I can answer this as long as they're not watching, which I don't even think they know I have a channel. Well, they do, but I don't. Yeah, we're not going to get into that. The girls are great. My oldest wants a skincare routine, so I got her a bunch of skincare products with Heather's help. She helped me design a little skincare routine for her. And then my youngest wants what is it, the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff. So I got her a bunch of those, a bunch of K-pop Demon Hunter stuff. I mean, I guess that's kind of the main stuff, and then there's a few other small things that I got them. But yeah, that's what they wanted: skincare routine and K-pop Demon Hunter. Oh, and Wicked stuff. They wanted Wicked stuff. They're into that. They're both into to music and dance and that kind of thing. I don't like saying their names. Sorry. My youngest has been in the Nutcracker every year for the last, I think, 3 years. So she likes she's obsessed with any kind of music and dance. So she's enjoying Wicked right now. But yeah, so that's what's going on with them. Okay, let's go.
How did you have no record, and all of a sudden you show up with all these drugs, and apparently you were selling them too, besides using them, or you wouldn't have had all that stuff in your car. So how did you get to that point?
I was attempting to fix the mental illness I have on my own without getting any other form of help.
All right. What made you think that was a good idea?
It simply made me feel better at the time.
Okay. What were you doing with all those different drugs?
I was using each one separately and or together at multiple times.
Okay, and what else were you doing with them?
That's it, Your Honor.
What's with the firearm?
It's just simply something I've always been interested in, so I happened to get one day, and that's about all there was to
Why
it.
did you have all these baggies in the car?
Each one was separately for each individual drug, because I didn't want to put them all together.
Is there a reason that you were carrying $1,400 around with you?
I had just recently taken that out of my bank in order to buy a motorcycle.
All right. It looks to me like, in addition to using drugs, that you were on some scale selling them.
I understand that, Your Honor, but I can say for sure that I most certainly was not.
Well, I can say for sure that I don't believe that.
Okay.
Okay. Because you've got numerous plastic individual drug baggies, some with cocaine packaged in, a ledger. Why did you have a ledger?
I like to keep it.
What do you mean? What didn't sound good? Oh, I wasn't on mute. I was moving around. Did I? I'm going to guess I just made a noise. I'm sorry. I didn't mute myself after I finished talking last time. Yeah, no, I'm good. Everything is great. Well, real quick, while I'm paused, none of your business. Thank you so much for the 21 months. How is it almost Christmas already? I know, right? 2025 gone. Quickest year of my life. I don't know where 2025 went. Just disappeared. No idea. But this guy is trying to tell the judge, you got a scale in your car? Yeah, I like to measure out, the drugs that I take. Yeah, he's recording macros, right, for the drug he takes. That's what it sounds like. You have a ledger. Yeah, I just, record things. Everything was in separate baggies. Oh yeah, I just separate everything. Why did you have extra baggies? Just, so I could, separate things. So you weren't selling? No. Right. I mean, come on, guy. Come on.
All very neat with who I bought from, and I had a couple of amounts in there of people who owed me for minor
what?
loans that I had given out.
All right, listen. How old are you?
I'm 22, Your Honor.
Okay, you're off to a bad start here because you're lying to me. Okay? Don't give me this nonsense that you were keeping a ledger because of people you made loans. Who'd you make loans to?
A couple buddies at work who needed some extra money either to get to work or whatever else.
All right. So you come here, you ask me to put you on probation because of your mental health issues and your drug issues. And it's plain as the nose on your face that you're selling a little bit too. Okay? Otherwise, you don't have all these individual baggies, scales, ledgers, cash in your car when you get caught with all this stuff. That's obvious. So if you can't be honest with me at this point, why would I think you're going to be a good probationer?
I am being honest, Your Honor. I was not selling. I had a scale in my car because I simply like to know how much I was using.
Boy, he's making this very difficult, Andy.
Like I said a second ago, I kind of spoiled it. I jumped ahead a little bit with my last comment. He has a scale because he likes to know how much he's using. He's recording his macros for his drugs. This is how much protein I had today. This is how many carbs. This is my sodium. And this is how much Percocet I took today. I don't know. I don't know what he said. Come on, guy.
Very difficult. God.
I may have done stuff with friends, but that's about it, and it will never happen again.
Okay, I'm not concerned. I'm not all that concerned that you're going to be a lifelong drug addict who's in and out of court. I'm not the least bit concerned about that. Okay, that's not the point of the discussion. The point of the discussion is that if I'm the one that can put you in prison right now. 2 minutes from now, you can be out that door on your way to prison for multiple years. Okay? And for whatever reason, you've decided to kind of skirt the truth. In the best case scenario, best face on it, you're skirting the truth, and you're still doing it because you said you may have done things with your phone. Well, you did. Okay, you did. Okay. So you've got your grandparents and your father here supporting you wholeheartedly. I just don't understand the calculation of trying to bullshit me through this thing.
I'm not trying to bullshit you.
But you are.
I just
okay?
won't.
You are.
I'm not trying to lie to you, that's all.
I know, but you are. You may not be trying to, but you are. Okay? So what is this Life Stance Health? What's that all about?
That is the mental health help I received for drug rehabilitation.
Where is that located?
It is an online thing.
All right. Does anybody do anything in person anymore?
I chose to do online because of my work schedule. I tend to be at work
How did you maintain a job when you were doing all these drugs?
I'm not too sure myself, Your Honor. All I know is I kept going to work. I made sure not to lose my job. I knew I had to, at the time, continue earning money for more drugs, and I still had my child to take care of.
Okay. And where is your child?
She is with her mother right now.
Where?
At home.
Where do they live?
With my grandparents as well.
Okay. All right. How old is your child?
She's 2 years old, Your Honor.
How long you been using all these drugs?
It was for the span of about a year or so.
In the last, up until you got caught?
Yes,
Well,
Your Honor.
you smoked pot a long time, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a drug too.
I was using that also to help with what I had originally thought just to be depression, only to come out to be bipolar.
Okay. Who diagnosed you with bipolar?
My current psychiatrist.
How long you been going to your current psychiatrist?
It actually just recently changed, but psychiatry in general I've been doing for about 4 or 5 months.
And when did they diagnose you with bipolar disorder?
Pretty much right after I started.
And
I've been
so
medicated for
what's the
since.
treatment you're undergoing for the bipolar?
I have 2 different forms of medication, one being lamotrigine, the other being aripiprazole.
Okay. And how often do you take that?
Every day, Your Honor.
And have you taken that now? I'm depending on you telling me the truth. Have you been taking that as you're supposed to take it, when you're supposed to take it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And what effect does it have on you?
I get a bit drowsy at certain times, and that's really about it.
And how often do you talk to somebody in some capacity at life stance?
It's always within a month of each other.
What's the purpose of talking to somebody at life stance?
Continue.
No, this happened today. This was this afternoon. Maybe no, this was this morning. About 10 a.m. this morning.
Continuous medication management.
Okay. Is there anything at life stance besides medication management?
They do have therapy as well.
How often do you do that?
I'm actually currently looking for a therapist there.
So you don't have one there?
Not currently, no.
Okay. How long have you been looking?
For about a week or so since my last psychiatry appointment.
Okay. Why are you looking for a therapist?
Yeah, you can get a therapist in just a couple of clicks online. BetterHelp, check it out. If anyone needs therapy, it's great. It's a great tool to use. I'm not ashamed to tell you guys I use it. So yeah, use it. It takes 1 minute to sign up. It shouldn't take a week.
Because my psychiatrist recommended it, and because I think it may really help me.
All right, well then do it.
Okay.
Look harder.
Okay.
Find one. And what is this Charlie Health? What's that?
That was the original group that I went to help with drug rehabilitation. They had me do therapy multiple times a week for multiple hours.
Online.
Yes, both group therapy and singular therapy. They helped me find life stance.
Okay. Where is Charlie Health besides on your computer?
I'm not entirely sure about that, Your Honor.
What hours do you work?
From about 7 a.m. to usually about 6, but they can keep me there until 7:30 at the latest.
What days?
Monday through Thursday, and then they have mandatory potential Fridays and or Saturdays.
I've never heard anyone say anything bad about it. Yeah, I'm not sponsored. Not sponsored at all. Don't go there because I told you to. Not at all. I'm just telling you it was easy to find someone to talk to. I've had no problems with it though. So I don't know why you guys are saying it's a scam. I have not had any bad issues with it. So yeah. I don't know what you guys are saying though. I'm trying to figure out why it's a scam, but to each their own. I've enjoyed it. So yeah, it's helped me.
What do you do? What do you actually do there physically?
So the main job they usually have me doing is installing the tracks for drawer boxes.
And this is a furniture place?
Yes, cabinet work.
How far do you live from work?
About 35 minutes away.
All right, I'll say this. I don't want to bring up the comments because I don't want to make this an anti, you know, therapist rant. But I if the person that I talk to isn't actually qualified as a therapist, she's helped me, so I don't really care. I mean, I should. I want her to be licensed, and I haven't done any background checks on her, so I have no idea. But everything she's told me has been awesome. We have great conversations. So yeah, I don't know what to say. So I understand that with any kind of big, especially big kind of healthcare situation like that, there's going to be bad, it's not always going to be good, but yeah, she's helped me. Whether or not she's actually licensed or not, she's helped me. So it's just a conversation every so often. It's, she's not prescribing anything for me. So it's just, to help me get my inner demons to stop talking to me all the time. That's all. And it works. It's helped me.
All right, anything else you want to tell me?
That'll be all, Your Honor.
Have a seat. Ms. Mulligan?
Your Honor, the state is recommending community control. In this instance, we're asking for an order based upon the defendant's agreement to forfeit the money, drugs, and gun.
All right. I have reviewed the pre-sentence report and the drug and alcohol evaluation.
That makes sense. I was really concerned when you recommended the one, what, I'm not going to say that out loud. Germans are good to see you. That was funny. It made me laugh.
And I have listened to Mr. Mack and counsel. I've considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. On the felonies, I'm going to place you on community control for 3 years. 2 days in the jail with credit for 2. You're to have no illicit drugs or alcohol, and you'll be screened. You're to continue your mental health treatment with Life Stance Health and follow all their recommendations. You're to engage in an aftercare program for your drug and alcohol issues and follow those recommendations. You're to see only one dentist and one doctor and one pharmacy for prescription medication. If you need another doctor, then you're to inform probation so we know who you're going to. You're to take your medication as is prescribed and assign releases so probation can get your records and pay the cost and supervision fees. Mr. Tompkins, anything else with regard to the felony?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
On the OVI, you're going to serve 5 days in the Lake County Jail, or you can do the 3-day driver intervention program, complete that in lieu of the 5 days. Have you report for the 5 days at the Lake County Jail on April 1st at 9 a.m. So you need to complete the 3-day driver intervention program. If you're going to do that, before that time, and provide proof to your probation officer, or you got to show up for 5 days in jail. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are you going to do, the 5 days or the driver intervention program?
The driver intervention program.
Good choice. What's the fine on this thing? Do you know, Carolyn?
The minimum,
$575,
$375.
$375 mandatory fine on the OVI, and a 1-year license suspension. Do you have driving privileges right now?
Not currently, no.
The driver's license suspension is effective May 17th of '25. You'll have be provided occupational privileges so you can drive to and from work, and you can drive for your obligations on community control. So when you have to report, you can drive there and back. You can't, if you're driving to work, you can't.
Probably because he's 22 and this is his first offense. That's probably why. Even though his story was hilarious, which is the only reason I put this video in here is because the story was hilarious. Found with a scale, found with drugs in separate bags, with spare bags. And yeah, come on. But he wasn't selling. He was also found with a ledger. Yeah, but he wasn't selling. He wasn't. No. Nothing like that, Your Honor.
Stop at McDonald's and get something to eat. You're to drive to work and back from work. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And for any medical or treatment issues. And you'll pay the costs on that also. He's also on probation for 3 years on that. Anything else with regard to the OVI, Ms. Mulligan? Any other mandatory things?
I think that's it.
Okay. Do you understand all the terms of community control?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you violate the terms, the state will file a motion to terminate your community control. And if I find you violated, then you face potentially 42 months in prison. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I hope that you, first of all, if you don't keep up with your mental health, meaning that if you don't take your medication or if you have side effects from it, you don't discuss that, you just stop taking it, you're going to spiral back to the drugs and you're going to end up right back here. Okay? That's up to you. Okay? Because it happens all the time. People taking mental health meds, especially for bipolar, start feeling better, then they figure, I don't need it anymore, so they stop taking it and they end up right back here again. Okay? So you need to control your situation. You're in charge of your situation. So act like it. And don't try to BS your probation officer. If you have a problem, discuss it with your probation officer. Who would it be in Chester?
I believe Amanda.
Okay. Any questions from you?
Only one thing about the driving privileges. Does that include any sort of medical visits for my daughter?
Well, I'm going to put in there for medical treatment issues, so that would include that.
Okay.
Anything else?
That'll be all, Your Honor.
Ms. Mulligan, anything else?
I just order a forfeiture, Your Honor.
And whatever the agreement was on the forfeiture is forfeited to the state. Mr. Petropoulos, anything else?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. That one kind of carried on a little bit. It was a funny story. Probably should just clip the story out and just put that as its own video. But then you guys would have been asking, what happened? What happened? All right. Moving on to the next one. We're moving down to Judge Garcia's courtroom in Texas, where Judge Garcia still is vacant from the bench. I have no idea what's going on. I really hope she's doing okay. I really do. But she hasn't, I mean, I don't know. It's been, I'm going to say 4, 5, maybe even 6 months since we've seen Judge Garcia. Yeah, hopefully she's okay. Judge Manning is back. She hasn't gone anywhere. She's just she streams once or twice a week. She's never stopped doing that. It's just it's kind of random, but yeah. Judge Manning is back. Okay. So what I think this is Judge, is it I think it might be Judge Brown? Judge Celeste Brown? Why do I have Brown in my? It doesn't matter. We've got a weird one. Landlord tenant case. Yeah. You guys may have seen this already. This happened yesterday. It happened yesterday, pretty late afternoon, right before I went live last night. It's a good one. Let's go.
Cause number 41E2504309, Bridge WF 11, manufactured home versus Cambry Clark.
Can I speak with the attorney for one second?
Oh, yes.
Please come with information you think you represent them with your address and everything else. You have anything.
Did he get a copy of this?
One thing for the benches.
Okay, do you want to make a copy of that real quickly? And you filed a couple things, right, Ms. Clark, today?
Yes, I filed my testimony with the exhibits.
Okay, I just want to make sure he has everything that you filed today. December 16th.
Can I get a copy of that as well?
Of this?
No.
Oh, what you filed today?
No, his,
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because he had never filed a notice of
Yes,
appearance
yes.
or anything.
Yes, you got a copy of it. I thought you meant a copy of what you filed. I was like,
Oh, no,
you
I got
copy
copies of that.
Okay, all right. And then can we also make a copy of this for him? Because he's gonna need that, because she filed all that today.
I'm just going to leave it here.
Sure.
Just a second, just so we can get copies and Ernie, what he needs.
Yeah, that's the thing, Muse. I get those comments a lot in the comments under my videos where people are like, oh, well, stop Zoom court, stop Zoom court. Everyone needs to show up in person. Yeah, then we wouldn't be watching them on YouTube. So you gotta be careful what you're asking for. Just saying. If every court went back to in person, we'd all be watching the same two courts on YouTube. So I appreciate Zoom court.
And I see Mr. Schaefer on there too. So let me get the last four of his while you're getting all this stuff done. And I don't see any other attorneys on, but Mr. Schaefer, what are the last four of yours? And you'll be next.
940. It's Tarver Real Estate versus Cabalro.
940.
Yeah, 6940.
Okay, 6940. 69. Okay. And that's the only one you have? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, that's the only one.
All right. Do I have any other attorneys on Zoom? It doesn't look like it. Okay. All right.
Judge Brown, this is attorney Art Martinez Zavara. I'm just co-counsel for Mr. Campo and observing.
The same case, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. It's the same case for you. Okay. All right. So, but any others that I don't that I could take up after this case? Okay. Mr. Schaefer's the only one.
Absolutely.
You know what, Mr. Schaefer, while we're doing all this, let me just take up Mr. Schaefer's real quickly, guys. Cause number 41E2506940, Tarver Real Estate.
I'm sorry, guys. I thought I got rid of this. Apparently I didn't. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit.
Versus Ginny Cabrera.
For leave to conduct discovery. I have a ledger and the.
Anyhow,
All
I'm
right,
going to go
we
ahead and grant your discovery. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then that way you can be released, because I think this might take a minute.
All right. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, sir. Okay.
Before we proceed, can I get the names of the attorneys?
Sure. Can you give her the names of the, do you have a card?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right,
She's also making a copy, I believe.
Okay.
for this one.
okay.
And Art Martinez Devara.
And I'm sorry, David, what?
CAMPA.
Okay.
And Ashley is doing what? I'm sorry, because I was talking.
He read his letter of representation.
Okay, all right. So we can go forward because if that's all she's doing, then we'll get you a copy of that. Okay, all right. So we are here on an eviction.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Correct.
all right. You don't have to stand up. This isn't.
You don't say.
Yeah, y'all can sit. This is JP court, not federal court, but I know in federal court it's a lot different. So everyone can sit and go ahead, sir. So this is an eviction, and I don't know if you had an opportunity to kind of review any of this stuff that Ms. Clark filed today.
I have not, Your Honor. I'm starting to kind of browse through it right now.
Okay, go ahead and I'll give you a minute to do that because it's quite lengthy.
Filing documents the day of court. That never goes bad, right? That's what you're supposed to do. Trial by, what do they call that? Trial by ambush? Yeah. Luckily, it's just
And just to
justice
give
of
you
the
a
peace.
little background, we were here back on August the 19th. And I did dismiss a counterclaim because in an eviction case, there is no counterclaim. So I dismissed that for lack of jurisdiction because there's no counterclaim on an eviction. Then we reset it for 2 weeks, I believe, for plaintiff to prove that they're registered with the Secretary of State.
Which they're not.
Well, I'm just giving him the rundown.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That they're registered with the Secretary of State. And then on September the 2nd, we were here and we abated it for the parties to mediate for 60 days. And then we came back on December 9th and reset for 1 week. And that's how we're here. So just to let you know the background of the case.
Okay.
So, all right. So you filed some things today. So, do you want to, I don't know who should start first on this one. Go ahead, since you filed today. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so on August 19th, I provided facts and evidence that the plaintiff did not have standing. They were not registered with the Secretary of State. She did claim that she was registered with the city. However, I did do a follow-up with the city, a Public of Information Act request, and got copies, which I'd like to enter into evidence, that they are not in fact registered with the city.
Is this something that you filed? Are these some exhibits or this is an addition?
It's in the exhibits.
Okay, okay. Is exhibit what? I'm so sorry. You have so much here that I don't
Yeah.
see that specific exhibits. Oh, I do see exhibit E.
Yeah.
Okay, you can give it. Thank you so much. So
Okay.
it's exhibit E.
Then after the 2-week mark, you had asked her if she had gotten registered with the Secretary of State. She claimed she did. I have facts and evidence from the Secretary of State that they are not, in fact, registered with the state still.
And that's exhibit G.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. I think he has all of the exhibits. That's exhibit G that she's referring to. Okay.
I brought to your attention that the corporation that's on the deed and deed of trust is not the same as the corporation filing suit. I did get a certified copy from the Secretary of State showing that the corporation that's on the deed and deed of trust does not have any DBAs or certificate of assumed names.
Let me see what that is. I'm trying to figure out what exhibit that is. That is exhibit J. Okay.
I also brought to your attention that I do not have a lease agreement or a valid maritime contract with said corporation. I did inform you that the Converse Meadows FMHC LLC, who I did have a contract with, a lease agreement, was void, null and void, because they were dissolved for cause by the Secretary of State for failure to pay state taxes, March 10th of 2023.
Okay.
And I submitted in an exhibit, my lease agreement that is not with the said plaintiff.
Okay. Exhibit B.
I also entered into the records on the ledger that they have, the name of the plaintiff is not on the ledger.
No, I'm not sure. It's not a soft sit, and that's why I said I think even in the description of the video I called her a soft sit. Here's the thing: when it comes to landlord-tenant cases and people citing just random, I'm gonna call it bullshit. It's hard to call them a soft sit, which is why I started calling them soft sits, because the arguments really don't work unless it's in criminal court. But this is civil, so it's weird. I know, but yeah, she's quoting maritime law. It's about she says a few other things, but she's not here by special appearance. She's not claiming jurisdiction, or she's not arguing jurisdiction. She's not doing a lot of the things soft sits do. So I would qualify her as a soft sit just because she quotes maritime law. Yeah, I mean that's just like saying, when a defendant argues jurisdiction and that's all they do is they argue jurisdiction and that's it. You can't call them a soft sit just because they took one thing out of their playbook and argued it, right? It's just, I think she's just dumb. She's just dumb. That's it. But I may change my mind by the end of this.
That would be Exhibit A.
Okay.
I also, on Exhibit C, I printed out multiple maps, one from the Bear County Appraisal District map that shows that the roads are labeled A, B, C, D. Picture of my home and the street name, which is C Street. I also did a Google Maps and Apple Maps of me in my home, and I entered the address 7616 Upper Seguin Road, Lot 189, and it takes me to different locations. And then Exhibit F is where I informed you that I had filed a notice of removal from the state court to federal court.
That's what you just filed this morning.
Yes,
Okay.
and it was relayed that I did not file it, but here's the exhibit, and I circled down here where it was filed with the state.
In August 29th, it looks like it was filed.
Yes, August 29th.
Okay.
And so therefore, the plaintiff does not have standing. They are not registered within the state. And under the Texas Business Organization Code, again, Title I, Chapter 9, Subchapter A, Section 9.051, an entity cannot file action or suit in this state if not registered with the Secretary of State.
Okay.
So I am asked, my wish is for this case to be dismissed with prejudice in my favor. I don't have a lease.
Oh, that just reminded me of a joke. I don't know if I can say this. This is kind of offensive. I'm going to say it anyways. We're all friends here, right? What's the difference between a Tennessee tornado and a Texas divorce? It doesn't matter what the difference is. Either way, someone's losing a trailer home. I know, it's bad. I actually think I mixed those up. I think it's a Texas tornado and a Tennessee divorce. I think that was the way it went. I don't know. Old joke.
Agreement. There's no valid maritime contract. The contract that I had with the old corporation is dissolved for failure to pay state taxes, so it's null and void. During the time of we were supposed to have mediation, I reached out to Jasmine Uphoff and I asked her about it, and she made the statement that she was waiting to hear back from the courts. I don't know what she meant by that statement.
So y'all never went to mediation or?
I never went, and I approached her about mediation,
Okay.
and all she could say is, I'm waiting to hear from the courts.
Okay. I don't know what that means either. So, okay, all right. Anything else? You can have a seat. Anything else, Ms. Clark?
Yes, under the Texas Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 21 and 21A, the filing should be served on all parties of an attorney representing them. I never received any certificate of service. I know y'all just did it now today in the courtroom.
Understand.
But it also says under Rule 8, attorney in charge requires that when a party is represented, the attorney must be designated in the first filed pleading and must sign filings. Rule 57, signature of attorney. A pleading is not considered filed by an attorney unless it bears their signature. This piece of paper is not a pleading, and it's not a notice really of appearance. It's just a piece of paper with writing on it.
Anything else? Okay. All right. Yes, sir.
So Your Honor, it's a simple case. There hasn't been any rent paid for over 10 months now. We have not filed an updated amount, but I think it was about 625 over 7 months. So it's actually more than that, but that's just the amount, the 4,340 is what we're here for today. Also possession. So a couple things. I am David Compa and Art Martinez Zavara is here as well. We're here representing the plaintiff in this case to take care of any sort of issue. We're making an oral appearance right now. We've also given something written over to the court as well. That was handwritten and copies were made of that to make our appearance here today. The federal case was remanded back because there was no basis for it. And that was remanded back in just recently, November 5th, it looks like. And I have the docket control order here, or all the items from the federal court. And this is the order as well, remanding everything back to the JP court.
Yes, can you?
Oh, sure.
Received anything from the JP court?
No, it's for you to look at so I can give the judge.
It has to do with the federal court, not the JP court. Correct?
So that's correct, Your Honor. So jurisdiction is returning back here.
Yes.
Just want to make that clear that it's not still sitting over there. So anything that this court rules on is not going to upset the federal case.
Okay.
And that order is there as well.
Well, I'm going to have to object. Again, how am I supposed to quote, pay, close quote, to a corporation that's not registered with the Secretary of State?
Okay,
Sure.
We'll get to that in just a minute, but I'm glad that you gave me this. Is this for our copy or?
It is, Your Honor. You can keep that
Okay.
as your copy.
So this is remanded back. All right. So there's no federal case that's open at this time.
That's
Okay.
correct.
All right.
Now, as far as the entity, the old entity did sell this manufactured home area to the new owners. Obviously, we don't live in a world that if the property gets sold, you just get to stop paying rent and live there forever. All that follows as well. My understanding is you were waiting for a bill of sale on there. This shows the bill of sale. Now, the entities that I have here are Bridge WF2. They have Texas Converse, they have manufactured homes. They're subsidiaries of each other. These are actions. One of them is managing the home. The other is the owner of the entity. They've set up different entities there in order to operate business, protect themselves from liability, just like any other entity does.
And when they sold, did they not, I guess, draft new leases for all the tenants to sign or?
No, they did not, and that's not required. The leases run with it as well. So just as in, they're not allowed to go in and evict everybody who's there when the property sells. You have to accept it with the lease that runs.
And do you have, well, no, she has the lease here.
Yeah, she filed it here. We have some other attachments. These are some community rules that she signed as well. that went along with it. 290 in the counterclaims, and I guess we're not dealing specifically with the counterclaims, but there's all sorts of claims in this case right now saying that there is
This was.
there's no valid maritime contract. This is a birthright citizen and a national, other things like that. All those are just legal fictions. Everything we're doing here operates under the jurisdiction of this court, the state, the United States, and claims that this person is somebody else. All those.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's pretty soft-set-ish right there. Like I said, I'll wait a little bit to make my mind up. Yeah, no, this is a soft set. There's no denying it now. Michael Dennis, thank you so much for the 17 months. I do appreciate it. That is awesome. Thank you.
Those are invalid as well, but I think you've already addressed those with the counterclaim. So I'll also
Okay, so it looks like the effective date for the lease agreement was December 1st of 2021. And is that correct? Or is there any other new release, or is that the one that?
MB, thank you so much for the 25 months. That is awesome. Thank you.
That you have as well.
Yes, the lease agreement that I have, that I signed, was November of 2021. On the ledger, it states a different date that I have been there for, which is inaccurate, more discrepancies.
Okay, but you still live there, correct?
Yes, I make that my home.
Okay. And the rent was, let me look at this lease. The rent
was $450.
Okay.
And then when the new said corporation came on, they tried to increase it to $620, which is 28%, which I believe the codes, I don't remember exactly which your code says it can't go above 20%.
and
But
Your Honor, for
Hold on.
for purposes today, we'll even waive that. We just want possession of this, and so we'd be willing even to waive whatever amount is owed just for possession.
Well, I'm going to object because I own my own home. I'm not renting my home from them. And I have evidence of the payment that I bought my own home.
So wait, is this like a slot that you're renting and you own your own home, but it's on a
piece
on a
of
lot?
land.
Yeah, on a lot that you rent from
On
them.
a-
Is that correct? But you
Yes.
own your own home, yes.
I own my own
understand that.
home, so they can't evict me out of my own home.
But they can, we can, since you haven't paid the lot,
Well, who
then
am
you
I-
need to move your home
Who am
because
I
you own your
supposed to
home.
pay to? Because this whole time they've had different management. I've gone to management. Each manager gives me a different answer. So there's no full and honest disclosure of who I'm supposed to pay, because I could pay to Converse Meadows. But then how do I know where my money is going to? Furthermore, as previously stated, when my contract, the corporation I had a contract with, when they were dissolved for cause for March 10th of 2023 till December of 2024, where was that money going to?
Well, they're not even asking for any money right now. He just said that they're going to waive all fees. They just want possession of their lot. So.
Well, on the bill of sale, what's actually being sold and what's being bought?
Well, it's the park, the trailer park, or I don't know what it's, all the little lots in that area was sold to somebody else. The park units, it says right here, the park units. So it's all those units. I don't know how many there are, but it doesn't matter. You're living there, and it looks like it was sold on May 15th of 2024. Let's see. Sold and conveyed May of 15th. So Did everybody get some kind of a letter stating now we've sold it and you need to make your money orders or checks out to this corporation or anything?
Yeah, I know that that's often done. I can't say for sure one way or the other. But the office and everything has remained. They're still the same location. There's continuity either way. I don't know if there was a specific one to that, but.
Okay, but there is an office in the trailer park that you can go to make your payment or what?
I'll have to check with this client to be sure, unless Ms. Kimmer knows.
I don't know because I don't have a lease agreement with them. Again,
Because if it gets sold, then where would they send the payment or
Sure.
what would?
And I
happen?
believe it's the same place, but let me just check
Okay.
real quick.
Okay, perfect.
There is an office, Your Honor.
So how would
There is
we
office
know?
there.
I'm sorry.
There is an office
Oh,
there on
okay.
property. And also, Your Honor, I'll just point out that she's made payments after the date of the sale. This didn't all stop. She had been making payments even after that. So there's
Okay.
no disconnect as far as payments and where to go.
Could you tell me what months or when so she made payments after the May 15th of 2024
That's my
sale?
understanding, Your Honor. We did submit a ledger. Let me just look
Okay.
at that real quick.
Let me look at the ledger. This
This is where the payments start. This is up to December. So that's her last payment, and then she hasn't made any payments since, but you'll see there's December.
November, December, October. Yeah. Okay. So she's been making it and then she just stopped.
Yes.
Okay. It shows that you were making it.
When I learned about the corporation being dissolved, I didn't know who I was doing business with. I hadn't had a new lease agreement, and this ledger has Bridge Property Management, not Bridge WF 11 or II Manufactured Homes. So who's Bridge Property Management?
It looks like I don't know.
As I'd say, they have a management company who's taking the payments and everything. Yeah, it's.
All right. So you stopped making your payments in December of last year, is that correct? And you've
Yes,
been there for a whole
whenever
year?
I found out that the corporation I was making payments to was dissolved for cause.
And what is your response to that? About the Secretary of State and dissolved and that argument?
So two things, Your Honor. This is a derivative company under this subsection that she's talking about. It doesn't affect the rights of foreign filing entities. Subsidiary claims, this is them bringing it on behalf of the management company. They are registered to operate. What she's saying is they're not filed with the Office of Secretary of State. That doesn't mean that this particular one doesn't exist, but they're bringing the claim as well on behalf of the owner of the property. And as you see, they're both on there in the sales document, which I had highlighted to you. And that's who they're representing.
I'm going to object. They can't overcome the fact that they are not registered in the state of Texas, and under the Texas Business Organization Code, they cannot file any action or suit if they're not registered with the state of Texas.
Mr. Comp?
They cannot file any of their own suit. This is from the comptroller's office that's showing they are active and able to conduct business in Texas. That is that entity that she's saying in question.
Yes, they do have a tax ID number with the comptroller to do business. However, when speaking with the Secretary of State, they can't overcome the state statute that says that they cannot file action or suit if they are not registered.
All right. How much was the monthly rent again? $450?
The monthly rent according to the original lease is $450. They did raise it to $620, but again, it's not.
All right. And you're just asking for possession.
That's all, Your Honor.
Okay. No attorney's fees.
Nothing, Your Honor. We just want possession. It's been 10 months in federal filings and everything else. We're just.
All right. The court is just awarding possession only to the plaintiff. No court costs, no attorney's fees, no rent. Each of y'all have, both parties have 5 days to appeal. And the appeal bond is set at $900. So you
Thank
have
you,
5
Your
days to appeal. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Good luck to everybody.
All right. All right. Yep. She's got to go. She didn't win. That's weird, right? We all were pulling for her. We thought she would do it. You know, all those great legal arguments she was making, really thought they were going to add up to something. They didn't. They did not. All right. Just picking someone to raid real quick. No, Colin, all Ronnie. Oh, I was the only one pulling for her, apparently. Apparently, I was the only one hoping that her soft-sit arguments would work. Yeah, I wasn't. Last time I made a joke like that, someone said that I had a soft-sit channel. This is the worst soft-sit channel of all time. Why do you like soft-sit so much? No, that wasn't what it was. They were saying I was pro soft-sit. It was funny. I don't know. I have a screenshot of it somewhere. It was funny. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the membership milestones. I think that was it tonight. Just membership milestones. Yep, just membership milestones. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Mods, as always, you guys are awesome. That is all I have. I've got to set up to raid Katie Zed tonight. We've done Lone Wolf, I don't know, like 4 straight nights. So let's go hang out with Katie Zed. Go tell her I said hello. But I will see you guys tomorrow with more court content. It's gonna be more court. We're not gonna just start randomly playing Ted Lasso, even though that would be fun. Have a Ted Lasso night. That'd be fun. Fallout just came out. We can start watching Fallout. Let's do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna get my channel broken. Mimi, thank you so much for the super sticker. I do appreciate it. Mimi, thank you. Very generous of you. All right. Mimi, you're awesome. Okay. I vote Flat Earther videos. Yeah, I was into those for a long time. That's actually what got me into YouTube. I was watching Flat Earther videos. And I wasn't watching the debunkers. I was actually watching the Flat Earthers. And not because I believed what they were saying was true. I didn't. I thought they were idiots. I wanted to understand why they thought that way. It's kind of what got me into soft sits as well. I watch a lot of sovereign citizen channels, not like us where we make fun of them, but the actual sovereign citizens talking about it. Because I want to know where their line of thinking comes from. I want to understand them. That's weird. I know. I'm weird. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. Have a great rest of your evening. Go tell Katie Zed I said hello, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, bye.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, I was waiting for it. Leo Fiction's not here tonight. Hopefully he's having a great night somewhere. But I was waiting for it. And yeah, thank you so much, Java, for doing that, because I honestly, like I said, I was waiting for it. Okay, I'm done. Have a great night. Okay, bye.